happened, Boo? Oh, I remember what I asked him, because if something like that happened and he did tow out something that had a body in it, he would not have been aware of it. It would have had to have been that. I did ask him if he thinks there's a chance that Candace or somebody stashed Summer in one of the vehicles that he was towing out that day. He did say that. I said, would it have been possible? Like, could somebody have done that without you knowing? And he did say yes. So I do remember that.
So it come out of Fred's own mouth that yes, Summer could have been in the vehicle. Yes, he was going to the scrapyard. Yes, she could have been crushed. Let me tell you something. Now, Fred was supposed to already be gone when Summer came up missing. So how could she be in his vehicle? How could the dog hit on his vehicle when Summer didn't even come up missing till after that vehicle supposedly was long gone? Fred and Laura had left, but not Candace. And she got caught before she got, and then she tells this guy Summer's missing because that was going to be her story. And it wasn't reported for another hour and a half later. Put a 1 in the chat if you believe that it sounds like Candace handed Summer off to Fred and Laura. That's what it sounds like to me. I mean, I don't know, but that's what it sounds like. It sounds like Hunter did the dirty deed. They cleaned her up at Allison's house. They brought her back into Ben Hill. Granny got dropped off. Candace came back off the hill, went down to Fred's, handed Summer off to Fred and Laura, and then they left out of there. Here comes Chad Arnold in after Laura and finds Candace still sitting there at Fred's place. She says, no, we made it on time. So they made it to the crusher. That's what she's saying here. So, and she said it 1,000 times, right? She said it 1,000 times that she's made it to the crusher.
165 and 67 days, I had a couple cars down there after on the driveway. Well, I was parked in the road that same day because I hauled 67 out that day. And
on the screen says Fred said himself he hauled 7 cars, then 1 car, then one motorcycle, then 2 motorcycles. What are you talking about?
I don't remember.
7 cars? I don't remember.
The only thing I hauled that day was I tried to haul a car, but I didn't get to.
With Fred.
I was with Fred. We was hauling cars.
You were hauling cars that day? And yep. So Chad was at your property?
He come in while we was going to the crusher.
It's, I think, like blue down there at the end. It's like kind of like not much left of it, but it's part of the frame and stuff. Is that from Dawn?
Yeah, that was definitely from Dawn. That come about 2 months before Summer went missing. I don't know, he come here one night and he actually had Haskell run his dog. He picked it up along the road somewhere. He said he'd hit it and stuff. I mean, I recognized the dog as soon as
he said he hit it?
He said he hit it down about Big Creek Market, somewhere down there, but I don't know. She didn't act like she'd been hit, Because she got out here and drove me crazy up on the top of the roof, running back and forward and every damn thing. I was trying to get over to Haskell. Haskell is his real name, but to come and get her, and then he was trying to say like I had stole her or something. We've not never really talked that much. I mean, he come here once in maybe actually probably 10 times the whole time he lived down there up till Summer went missing, and even the night she went missing, he was here. And the law down there, I mean, I come in that night, I don't think exactly what time I come in. Because I ain't did haul cars that day, and then they closed before I could get anything hauled. And then I was going to go to the grocery store, and then I run on the man out And here in Sullivan, he rode down on a motorcycle, and I told him, he asked if I could get hold of somebody to come get him, you know, haul it in for him. And I told him, I said, well, I got a trailer, so I come back, got trailers here. And when
and now hauls this motorcycle. So, you know, he's got like 3 or 4 fucking stories about hauling what he was doing June 15th, 2021, right? And then he's trying to say that, you know, Chad was already there when Candace comes down there. Now he's trying to put Chad at his house before Candace. No, Chad, you heard Laura. Chad came in and caught Candace on their property down there. Candace was there first. But now Fred is trying to put Chad there first. And it's funny that Laura is actually, you know, who is Laura dating right now? Chad Arnold. Ain't that funny? Ain't it funny?
No, Fred doesn't have no fucking truth for nothing. He's just trying to cover up for the things that he was doing. Fred hallucinated for what, a fucking week up until that shit happened. All day long, allegedly, he was trying to get a car and a fucking trailer, and he was doing it alone. His everything, as Laura said, everything that could have went wrong that day went wrong. And then she doesn't tell you after she starts going into details about the chain broke and this and that. And then she doesn't tell you after she says what went wrong. She doesn't tell you no more details after that. She just looks up into the corner of the room.
The very first mention is I hauled off 6 or 7 cars that day.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And then they were hauling a car. And then they were hauling a car and didn't make it in time. And then they were gonna haul a car, but knew they didn't have enough time.
Because it took them all day to get that one car loaded.
Apparently. And for what it's worth, Andy said he saw that car there after Summer went missing, still with a tree on it. For what it's worth, right? Hearsay again. But it goes against what Fred was saying to everybody. He passed Andy in a curve, or he had to move out of the way so Andy could get by. There was a truck that went down before Andy that he couldn't remember the color, and it's weird because he usually remembers stuff like that. He couldn't remember what color it was. Now it is dark color, tinted windows. I believe there were 2 people in there at one point. That's weird. Then there was a car with a girl that was very important until they found out that that girl was supposed to be there and was visiting.